חושבים שאנחנו מרמים, תשאלו את דוד אליהו שהיה אתמול שבאו אלינו החיות. משה הייתה חווה, אי-אי-אהו, ובחווה הייתה פרה, אי-אי-אהו, ומומו פה, ומומו שם, ומומו כל הזמן, לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-אי-אהו. רוץ בן סוסי, רוצו דהר, רוץ בבקעה, טוס בהר, רוץ בן סוסי, רוצו דהר, רוץ בבקעה, טוס בהר, רוצה טוס היום וליל, פרשני ובן חיל, רוץ בן סוסי, רוצו דהר, רוץ בבקעה, טוס בהר. פלפילון אפו ארוך, לא ידע כיצד לדרוך, רק אתמול נולד הפיל, וללכת לא רגיל. פיל, פיל, פלפילון, לא ידע לדרוך. כושי כלב קט, נשאר אתה לבד, את אוזניך פתח ואת עיניך פתח, לשמור על ביתי, לשמור על חצרי. שמעו זאת ילדים, יצאו בריקודים, יצאו בריקודים, ושרו לו שירים, אך זהו כלב טוב, אך זהו כלב טוב. החמור הקטן שהלך אל הגן, איה, 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 כי שכח כבר מזמן טעמו של טילטן, איה, 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 ופגש בגנן שעבד שם בגן, וטעם המקל על גבו הקטן. בבוקר יום א' הזברה קמה, פשטה את הפיג'מה, לבשה מן הסתם מכנסיים וחולצה, אך מיד היא הרגישה שאיני מרוצה, מיהרה ולבשה פיג'מה, פיג'מה מה, פיג'ה, פיג'מה מה. לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-אי-אהו, ובחווה הייתה פרה, אי-אי-אהו, ומומו פה, ומומו שם, ומומו כל הזמן, לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-אי-אהו.
Well, shalom, 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 everybody. If you just give me a second here, I have to adjust a little technical thing that I wasn't able to do when we were live, but I do want to remark how appropriate it is to start our Shabbat with a whole bunch of Israeli animal songs from Uzi Chitman. Uzi is a great children's singer and performer, and ladies and gentlemen, here I am. Shalom, shalom. Hi, Rabbi.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. Great to have you with us, and some of you have been saying hello. I'd love to have you say hello on Facebook, just so that we know that you're with us, and great to be with you. We're going to start with a few songs to get us in the Shabbat spirit.
Here's what I'm smelling right now because it's in the oven. Challah, challah, oh my Shabbos, challah, challah. yummy, delicious, and sweet. La 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 la. Well, sometimes I make it with raisins, sometimes with chocolate chips. Sometimes I even use currants, so tasty on my lips. Tastes just like challah, challah. Oh, my Shabbos challah, challah, challah. Yummy, delicious, and sweet. Ya la 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 la. Well, sometimes I spread it with butter. Sometimes I even use jam. Sometimes I use Nutella, 'cause that's the guy I am. I love my challah, challah. Oh, my Shabbos challah, challah, challah. Yummy, delicious, and sweet. Ya la 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 la. Before it goes into the oven, we give the dough a special twist. It bakes up so brown and delicious, with a smell I can't resist. Smells like challah, challah. Oh, my Shabbos challah, challah, challah. Yummy, delicious, and sweet. La 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 la. Well, you probably think we are finished, but singing is just so much fun, especially when we sing about challah. Our singing's never done. Let's sing about challah, challah. Oh, my Shabbos challah, challah, challah. Yummy, delicious, and sweet. Ya la 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 la. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, yabby babby babby bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbos is here, Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here, Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're gonna clap our hands. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're gonna clap our hands. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here, Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here, Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're gonna wiggle our fingers, gonna clap our hands. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're gonna wiggle our fingers, gonna clap our hands. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here, Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're over here, Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're gonna shout, hooray! Gonna nod our heads, wiggle our fingers, clap our hands. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're gonna shout, hooray! Gonna nod our heads, wiggle our fingers, clap our hands. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. We're so glad Shabbos is here. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Shabbos is here. I can feel that Shabbat now after some songs to warm us up. Now we are going to kindle our Shabbat lights, Shabbat candles. So I'm going to spotlight Cantor Paul here so that you can see. But there are no candles there yet.
I know. Give me a second.
All right. Well, I'll just say hello to people. Hi to Donna and Jackie and the Foxes and the Raskins and the Locke Simonsons and the to Mikhail and Kylie and Steve and Paul and Marilee. So to all of you and whoever else is there who hasn't said hello, it's great to have you with us. Now we're going to kindle our Shabbat lights. And we make one circle for ourselves and one circle for our family, one circle for all the people in the world, and we join in our blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We continue welcoming Shabbat with Lecha Dodi, Shabbat Shalom u'Mevorach. May we all have a Shabbat of blessing and of peace.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekabla, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekabla. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, u'mevorach. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, u'mevorach. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekabla. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekabla.
We continue with Baruch Hu, our call to prayer, and if it's something that you're comfortable doing where you are, we can stand. We usually stand for Baruch Hu, or you can maybe sit up a little straighter if you're in a chair. Here we go.
Yada lai lai lai, yada lai lai lai, yada lai lai lai, yada lai lai lai. Yalla lai 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 lai. Yalla lai lai lai. Yalla lai lai lai. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai יבורך לעולם ועד, לעולם ועד. יאללה די די די, yada die die die, 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 yada die die die.
We continue with Shema Yisrael as we connect ourselves to everything that is, to the unity, to the oneness of the world, and to the Holy One.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
We continue in our service with Micha Mocha, our song of freedom.
Mi kamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora teilot osei feled. Mi kamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora teilot osei feled. Rahutecha ra'uvanecha Bokeyam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam Ze Eli anu Ve'ameru Adonai imloch Olam va'ed. Everybody join me now. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh norat tehilot osei feled. Norat tehilot osei feled. Norat tehilot osei feled.
So in a minute, we're going to connect ourselves to everybody who has come before us, to our parents and grandparents and great-great-grandparents, all the way back to Abraham and Sarah, all those people who are our spiritual ancestors. And before we do that, we're going to ask God to open our mouths and our hearts that we may sing and say words of goodness, and then our ancestors' prayer.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips so that I can pray to you with all my heart. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu Velohei Avotenu Ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Velohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah.
It is a tree of life to those who hold fast to it, and all who support it are happy. We join in singing our Torah song.
Hey, while we're on the subject, what's the name of our reimagined Temple Beth Israel preschool?
It is our tree of life, Children's Center,
Excellent.
which, of course, the Torah is called a tree of life.
That's it. Eitz Chaim hi lemachzikim ba v'tomcha me'ushar. Eitz Chaim hi lemachzikim ba v'tomcha me'ushar. Shalom, 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 shalom. It is a tree of life to those who hold fast to it. All of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to those who hold fast to it. All who embrace it are happy. Go hug a tree. Shalom, 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 shalom.
Well, we started out our Shabbat service this evening singing about challah. I'm going to tell a story that involves challah. Well, Chaim was known as the best challah baker in the whole town, and Chaim loved God very much. Chaim didn't have much money to give to tzedakah, had a very simple home, but really wanted to do something special for God. Well, so Chaim decided, my challah is the best around. I'll have to bake a challah for God. And so Chaim did. He baked an extra challah just for God. And then when it was time, when the challah was all cooled and out of the oven, just on a Friday morning, Chaim had to figure how he was going to deliver the challah to God. Well, Chaim took the challah and he threw it up in the air, but it just came right back down, and Chaim caught it. Then he tried again. Here we go. Came right back down. That wasn't going to work. So Chaim had another idea. Chaim decided he would go to the synagogue. He went to the synagogue before anybody else was there on Friday, and he opened the ark, and he said, Ribono Shel Olam, Master of the Universe, I have so much love for you, and I want to give you the best of what I have. And the best of what I have is challah, because I'm a good challah maker. So Chaim took the challah and placed it in the ark and closed the ark and said to God, God, hope you enjoy the challah. Shabbat Shalom. And Chaim left. Well, a little bit later, that same afternoon, Shoshana came into the sanctuary. Shoshana said, God, it may be a lot to ask, but I don't have much. It's been a hard few weeks, and I don't have enough money to buy a challah or to put a decent Shabbat dinner on the table. Do you think you could help me out? And just in case God couldn't hear the words in the middle of the room, Shoshana came and stood right before the ark and pulled open the doors. And as she pulled open the doors, a challah came tumbling right out of the ark. Shoshana was amazed and said, wow, God, that is such fast service. I just asked for a little help, and here, I got a challah already. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And she left and went home and had a challah for her Shabbat table with her family. Well, later that night, when Chaim came to services, the door opened, and Chaim to the ark, and Chaim looked inside and noticed the challah was gone. And Chaim thought to himself, God liked my challah. God ate my challah. This is the best gift ever. Chaim decided that he would bake challah again the next week, and he did the same thing. Didn't try to throw it in the air this week, took it straight to the synagogue, placed it in the ark, said, I'm glad you liked the challah last week, God. Here's challah for you again. Shabbat shalom. And left. Shoshana came in and said, God, I know I was just here last week, and last week you provided this amazing miracle of this challah. You think maybe you could help me out again? And she opened the ark, and out came the challah. Came right out of the ark. Wow, God, thank you. That is so amazing. And she hurried home to have Shabbat with her family. Well, the same thing happened the next week, and the next week, and the next week, and weeks turned into months, and months turned into years. And after a couple of years of this happening every Friday afternoon, Chaim was running a little late, or maybe Shoshana was a little early. We're not really sure. But just as Chaim was putting the challah into the ark, Shoshana entered the sanctuary. What are you doing? She yelled. Chaim stopped and told her story, that he had been baking challah for God for a couple of years already and placing it into the ark each Shabbat. At that moment, Shoshana knew exactly what had been going on, and tears began to flow out of her eyes because she had thought this challah was coming directly from God, and now she knows that Chaim was baking the challah. As they were sitting and talking, the rabbi came into the sanctuary, and he heard their stories. And the rabbi said, you know, Chaim, the challah that you bake, that Shoshana eats, it is a gift to God. Because God wants us to care for all of God's children. And one way to do that is to help one another. And God sees that as a gift. And Shoshana, it is a gift from God. Because everything in the end comes from God. Now the harder part, said the rabbi, will be, Chaim, I still want you to bake that challah every week. And I want you to leave it. I want you to bring it and give it to Shoshana and still know that God accepts it as a gift. And so it went, week after week, month after month, year after year. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to you and all my friends. With Shabbat candles are burning bright. Shabbat candles are burning bright. Shabbat candles are burning bright. Let us know it's a Friday night. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to you and all my friends. With Shabbat challah good to eat. Shabbat challah so good to eat. Yum yum. Shabbat challah good to eat. It's a special Shabbat treat. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to you and all my friends. Well, Shabbat day is my favorite day. Shabbat day, my favorite day. Shabbat day, it's my favorite day. 'Cause that's the day I get to say Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom and all my friends.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, friends. We're so happy that you have been with us. Just a few announcements. Tonight at our 7:30 service, it is our Pride Shabbat, and we'll be celebrating the LGBTQ plus community. And if you're able to join us, we'd love to have you. And we are together tomorrow night for Havdalah at 7:30 p.m. On our Zoom Siyum channel, and on Monday and Wednesday next week at 6:45. Our plan next week is to have our 7:30 service in person, our later service in person, and that information will be coming out about that, but that we will still have our virtual TBI family service at 6:30. So that's our plan as we move into the next week. Anything you want to add, Cantor Paul?
Not at this moment. I think you covered everything. And
Great. So we will close with our family blessing. If you can bring people close, and your, whether it be your parents or grandparents or siblings, whoever's there, so we offer you this blessing.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you with good and keep you safe.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God be with you and be kind to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'yasem lecha shalom.
May you always know that God is close, and may God give you the gift of peace.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us. We hope to see you all soon. Lehitraot.
Shabbat Shalom. Have a